I use like pretty often in my speech. I'm not just talking about the verb, like, I like singing, or I like cats. It's like Death Note, but Barbie. Or the middle school sense, do you like him? Do you like her? He likes her. I'm talking about an even smaller, yet arguably more important use, at least in casual speech. Its function almost as, like, a punctuation mark. Let me explain. Question marks, or aritemes, as they are less often called, indicate that a sentence is interrogative, or, especially in online casual communication, indicate that there's some level of uncertainty to a statement. At least in general American English, they can sometimes indicate that applied at the end of a sentence. That so often shows that a speaker is not quite sure or looking for approval. Parentheses indicate that what's between them is additional, but maybe not necessary information. Maybe an explanation or qualifier in the sentence. In verbal speech, this might be indicated with a lowered tone or a quicker cadence. It was so beautiful. I was almost stressed out at how beautiful that coastline was. They told us not to go down to the rocks in the water because it's dangerous, so I didn't. I did fall down on the rocks and drop my water bottle, but that was fine. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful! Punctuation marks allow us to understand things in text that, were we speaking aloud, would probably be indicated by our cadence, or our tone, or our facial expression. But the word like, at least in casual English, has become something of a spoken punctuation mark on its own. But it can also indicate that the speaker is not able to get their exact thoughts across, so they're letting you, the listener, know that you might need to interpret and make up the difference, and meet them part way in trying to understand. The problem with that was there was a structural weakness in my abdominal wall. This may not be exactly what they said, but I'm gonna give you the gist of how I interpreted it. Because I was like, if I'm gonna be an actor, I need to be able to cry and sing at the same time. And in my experience, both these senses of the word like have become incredibly important to casual communication. Even so, especially in more formal or traditional speech, it's often associated with a lack of intelligence or a lack of vocabulary, or an excessively casual demeanor in a setting where casual communication is not considered appropriate. It's especially often associated with teenagers, especially young women, maybe because of its association with the Valley Girl style of speech. I always feel it's better to, have someone who knows what it's like. I don't know. But if she'd wanted me to narrate that book, I totally still would have done it. Being able to indicate so efficiently that you're paraphrasing, or that you're just trying to get across the general mood, or that you're not able to articulate your thoughts completely is incredibly useful in all forms of speech. It's such an efficient way to let people know that you're paraphrasing, or that you're not able to communicate exactly what you're thinking, which are very common experiences, especially in casual speech, that I think we should give it a little more credit. So thank you, for making approximation a little bit more, forgivable.
그를 꼭꼭 눌러줘 좀 밑에 안좀 받고 세봐